need something. I got my wine. I got me a glass of wine, with everybody. It's gonna be coming through. So thank you guys for bearing with us.
Yeah,
Conjunction, wish your malfunction. Okay. Technical difficulties. Technology is a nuisance sometimes. It truly is. Um, but before I get into it, let me just make sure everything is connecting. Yep, everything is there, and we get it together. So everybody, what's up? Candy Coated Secrets Talk Show. Go tell your friends and tell all your friends that I am on tonight with the owner of, first of all, before we get into the owner of that, okay, like Stephen Alford. You watched the show last week
yeah,
with Ryan. So that was dope when he was like, "Oh yeah, Mrs. Alfred." I'm like, "No, nigga, that's a
yeah.
different name." So thank you for tuning in and watching that. But we have tonight on Candy Coated Secrets, Stephen Alford, the owner of the Mambo Sauce. So go ahead and tell everybody about you while I do my technology thing over here.
Okay, okay. Well, like Kansas said, I'm Stephen Alford. I'm the creator of Uncle Steve Mambo sauce. It's much different than a DC sauce, spelled different and tastes different, if I might say
Okay,
so.
we got little extra
It
terms.
is from Baltimore. It is from Baltimore, and we're just doing big things. God is blessed, and we are in Harvest Fair, ShopRite, uh, Eddie's, in Rolling Park,
Mm-hmm.
uh, Farm Chicks, different stores, different locations throughout the city, and White Marsh, Westminster, different places, and God just opened doors for us, and people like the sauce, and that's about it.
And you booming that you booming, huh?
Yeah, it's moving pretty fast. It was not I didn't expect it to do what it's doing,
Uh,
but definitely God is doing a real big thing with it.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. You guys, when you get in here, don't forget to give me a heart and a thumbs up to let us know you are here. All right, so how did you get started? So you created this mumbo sauce. So let me before without further ado, I
Okay.
have my mumbo sauce.
Oh,
As you
oh,
can
it's
see,
almost gone.
my yeah. My mumbo sauce is going. I have the bold flavor, okay? This
Right,
is
right.
this is what I have, you guys. Mumbo sauce, the bold flavor, okay? He also tells you about everything, how it got started in the back of it. I love it. Um, this tastes real good. It says best served hot. So let me tell y'all what I've tried it on so far. I've actually didn't have any steak sauce, and I actually used that sauce as steak sauce. Now, I'm not usually a fan of sweet food, but it's like a little bit of sweet, but has a kick of like spice to it, but not too like. Although I don't know, because when I gave it to the kids, they was like, "Oh, my mouth is burning, my mouth is burning."
Yeah, yeah.
But it tastes really good. I love spicy. I love hot. I love all of that. Um, I put it on salmon. So my daughter she was actually the first person to crack the bottle open, which annoyed me, okay, because she was not supposed to do that. But she cracked the bottle open, and I seen it, and I was like, "What are you doing?" And she was like, "I was like, what is that on top of your salmon?" And she was like, "Oh, it's the mambo sauce." So I was like, "On salmon, you know?" So I was like, "All right, let me try it." And it was thebomb.com. You know what I'm saying, y'all? It's not. I think when people hear like mumbo sauce, they think of that other mumbo
Hmm.
sauce
Hmm.
like that they had inside like America's Best Wings and stuff like that.
Hmm.
It
Hmm.
does not taste anything like that. It
Yeah,
doesn't taste. It doesn't taste anything like that. When
yeah,
so when did you discover and get started? Like, how did you decide to create a sauce that is like all over the place now?
yeah.
Tell us about
Well,
it.
well, okay. It started. I was a chef at Holiday Inn, Holiday was on Frankfurt and Moravia, and I was venturing into buying my first business,
Okay.
and I found the place. It was Maria's of Bel Air Road, and
Okay.
I bought that, and I wanted to create a sauce that was different from everybody else's sauce,
Mm-hmm.
something that they really liked and enjoyed. So
Mm-hmm.
it was a process. It started in '98.
Okay.
So that's when I started working on it. It still was just a sauce at that point, me working on it. And I think when I finally got the components together and blended really well, my mom was the first one to say, "Boy, I think you got something there. I think you should be able to sell that." So,
Okay.
and I noticed how she would come over and she liked her lake trout or whiting, and she first thing she'll say, "You got in there that sauce." So
Okay.
when my mom started asking for it, so I felt like, okay, this a hit.
Yeah.
So back in '98, we started working on it, and not too long after that, it started coming together.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying different seasoning, different fragrant flavors, and this one just stuck. This one hit,
That
and
one
it stuck.
stuff.
And yeah.
So how many? So is it only in bold?
Well, I have a mild. I
Okay.
haven't brought it out. I had it tested also, right along with the bold from Cornell University. Um, it's ready. I just didn't want to bring both of them out at the same time. The
Yeah.
results from the bold, it wasn't actually really bold to some people. It was like, oh,
Right.
that's doable. Because when you see the word bold, you think spicy, hot,
Right.
and it's not the case. It's just it gives you a sensation,
Is that
and
yeah? And that's what I was saying too. Like I don't want anybody thinking like, oh, it's bold, it's hot, it's spicy. No,
right,
it's good, and it's not extremely sweet, but it
right,
does taste good. Like I said, on some salmon and
yeah,
on a steak. I haven't put it on chicken yet, but
wow,
those are the things that I have put it on,
right, right,
and it is good. And I think um like she made like some shrimp one time that she just put on the
mm-hmm.
stove, and she
Mm-hmm.
put that in there, and that
Toss,
was good. But I
yeah,
but I haven't like made it and did it, but I made it and I did it with the steak, and I also
right,
made it and did it with some salmon. And one of my friends was actually in here the day that we was making it, and she was like, dang, that sauce is good, that sauce is
mm-hmm.
good. So I was like, oh, okay. I was like, yeah, well, I was like, um, the owner is gonna come on to the show and
Yeah,
do the show. So I was excited about that. Um, it's really good because she said she wanted some. So I'm like,
okay,
okay, cool. This is
okay,
cool, whatever the case may be. So when did you start it? So you started in 1998. It
yeah.
took all the way up until what, 2020 for you to release that?
Yeah,
Okay.
actually, I was using it for special events. Like
Okay.
we was doing a lot of catering. We were feeding the homeless. We had a contract with Cold Blue.
Okay.
So in Baltimore, so we were doing a lot of events, and when people would ask for, a party to be done, they would request the sauce.
Okay.
So that was another thing that made me think, oh wow, okay, they asking for the sauce
Yeah.
that I gave them to try. So and when they
And
kept
keep on talking. I'm gonna step away. Keep on talking. I gotta
yeah,
go ahead.
so they would keep asking me about it, and they would say, man, you need to sell that sauce.
Uh huh.
So I really ain't paying no attention because I was too busy in my own head. Like I need to create more platters and do more functions. It was really on the back burner to bottle that sauce. But it was in my mind. It was in my mind because people was asking about it. So I think what really, well, I know what really made us start on it is the pandemic.
Uh-huh.
Because during the pandemic, catering and everything got shut down. So I was actually sitting down for 4 years, actually from 2016. And in my birthday, April, uh, we decided to, bottle it. And that was when we first got out, we got our first shipment.
And now you are at where are you located? You are now at you. I know you were at the Harvest Fair when I brought my bottle. When I got my
Right,
bottle, you were at the Harvest Fair.
right,
Where are you at now? Because like you said, you wasn't even expecting, you know,
right.
for it to even go this way. You guys give us a heart and a thumbs up if you're here and you're watching. I think that this is very, very inspirational because like you said, well, it's inspirational for me.
Yeah, yeah,
So because it's like you said, you started this in 1998. You kept on trying to get it together, trying to
yeah,
figure out testing different things, and the fact that 1998 that's a lot of years up until
yeah,
to now to have a dream or just come up with an idea or an adventure,
yeah.
being an entrepreneur, and just not like quitting, you
Right,
know.
right.
And now here it is. Um, when people do things, or when I feel like when people do things, sometimes they see things like, oh, I don't want to try that sauce, or oh, I don't do this. But it's like, here it is. You found it. You've done it. You
Right,
did it, not even having any expectations of how it was going to go,
right, right,
and
right,
was in the Harvest Fair. Now you're in ShopRite,
right,
you know,
right,
supermarket. You know what
right.
I mean? So it's like, I'm gonna give you your flowers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Y'all give
Thank
them some
you.
hearts and thumbs up because
Thank
that
you.
takes a lot. So how did you keep on going? Did you get moments where you wanted to give up?
Well, definitely. Let me say this. I can't do this no justice. This was all God's doing.
Amen.
Trust
Let
me,
me give
because
some hearts for that.
yeah, yeah. And really, my wife is a great motivator for me. Also, I couldn't have did it without her. Um, and just to say this, this wouldn't be if I didn't try.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So to all the ones who feel like the risk is too risky, or scared to do it, or just imagine if you try and it works.
Yeah.
The only way it won't work is if you don't try.
Yeah.
So it's really no failure. Is you learn.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So so
Absolutely.
so out of you trying, you actually learn to get better.
Yeah.
You can't give up. You keep pushing. And in that, you get strength. You get people that really enjoy what you're doing and give you motivation. Like when people like you yourself, you said you liked it. Well, the key is when you said that, you say, well, I want to get you on the show.
Yeah.
So that gave me more security and confidence. You
Amen.
say, look, man, that's really nice. If she didn't like it, she didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
You know. And then when people call me and say, Harvest Fair on, only got 3 bottles on the shelf. You need to get some more to them. And I'm like, what? You got people calling me saying, look, all of it that you took is gone.
Yeah,
So,
that is so awesome, y'all. Give them some hearts and some
yeah,
thumbs up.
yeah,
And I was about to say that too. And just living beat me to it. He said, "Shout out to the wife." Yes,
yeah,
because you gotta have that good foundation,
yeah,
behind you, regardless of what goes on and how things go in relationships. Is like I think that support sometimes from your person is
yeah,
very important, and it plays a part because you do have those challenging those moments where you want to give up. I
yeah,
need you to push me when I feel like I can't even push
Right, right,
myself.
right,
And
right,
if nobody else believe in me like that, you goddamn should be my biggest
right,
goddamn cheerleader.
right.
I don't care if the sauce tasted like what you say sauce.
Yeah,
And you
yeah,
better
yeah.
tell me that shit is good. But at the same time, be honest. You want somebody around you that's blunt and that's gonna be
Right.
honest with you. Like, it's good, but it might need a little, So
Yeah,
yeah, shout outs to the wife for that. Yeah, shout outs to her, you guys. Um, this is the owner, of the Mumbo sauce that is now in not just the Harvest Fair, but also in ShopRite. So where do you want to go? Like, I feel like I don't even want to ask you where you want to go because you said you didn't know where this was going to go, and it just
yeah,
keeps going. Like, I'm thinking maybe like Walmart,
yeah,
Target.
yeah,
So Just Living, he asked. He said, "Is it vegetarian?"
yes,
Yes.
yes,
Look at that.
yes,
Yes, it's vegetarian.
yes.
And for you guys that just joined in, this is my bottle. Look, this is my bottle. I got to re up. I always go to Giants. You got to get put in Giants, okay?
Yeah, 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 yeah. So let me say this. I could only come up with ideas, but I'm really trusting God because He actually opened all the doors that the stores that we are in,
Yeah.
and we do tastings. So um at farmers markets and stuff
He
like
said,
that.
"I'm
So
buying." Look, just said, "I'm buying some tomorrow." It's good. It's good. It's
yeah.
good.
So out of the tastings, people who are in position have tasted it, and they the ones come to me, email me, or call me and say, "Man, this product is dynamite.
Yeah.
Thanks for making this." That's the words that the guy from ShopRite used. That thanks for making a wonderful sauce. It's my pleasure.
Look
He
at
said, "I'm
God.
gonna be contacting you," and this was a weekend. And today we just took like 50 cases to him today. So,
Wow.
and he already made a display. He said, "Man, it's time to post." So we did. I
You gonna
posted
have to
it.
tell me. I'm y'all. This day has been long. I'm like overwhelmed. You're gonna have to tell me where this is because I'm famous for going to go get a picture somewhere.
Okay,
So and I told you, see, I need my re-up. So I want to go and
gotcha.
I want to see that because you know I love it when it's like people you never know who you're
Yeah,
gonna be in front of
yeah,
or who you're
yeah,
gonna be standing next to,
yeah,
and it's
yeah.
like somebody else may think that what you want to do or what your dream may be stupid or you ain't gonna make it or it may not be, but it's like
Right.
when you got favor and when
Yeah,
and when God is just working, it's
yeah,
not gonna be easy. But no, God has the final say with
yeah,
everything in our lives. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
even with doctors and sickness and health,
Right.
and disease and heartbreaks and children and upset and losing your job, getting it like he had it is done.
Yeah, yeah.
If you gonna pray about it, why worry about it?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
But
So
but let me
you
say this.
motivate me, goddamn it, because woo,
On that line, it's trusting Him for your power source and your wealth and finances. You
yeah,
can't trust in yourself.
yeah,
You would like to say, yeah, I put my trust. I used to say I'll bet on myself before I bet on somebody else.
yeah.
I don't think like that no more.
What you say?
I say I bet on God now. It's about God. I
Yeah.
won't bet on myself no more.
All right,
You
I'm
see
gonna
what
I'm
I'm
gonna have
saying?
to I'm gonna have to get there. Wait a minute, y'all know. Hold on, some of y'all might like this, some of y'all might not, because I
Yeah,
like to learn.
yeah,
Because I know for me, when I say it's me versus me, that's all
yeah,
I see. But I
yeah,
also say I'm a bet on me all day. But when
yeah,
I say I'm a bet on me, it's like I can't give up.
yeah,
I can't look at me
yeah.
like a failure. So why should someone that use that phrase like why should we change that? Is it a good thing? Is it a bad? Like tell me why I should change that. State.
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily change it. It's the perspective of it.
Yeah, because
You see what I'm
what you
saying?
just said is when I say I'm a bet on myself, I bet
Yeah,
on me every time. That's
yeah,
when I say that I'm saying because I know God got me. So if I'm gonna
yeah.
bet on me and I know he's doing all this for me, ain't no way I'ma fail.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Now give us a
yeah.
heart and thumbs up, y'all, if y'all understand that because I feel like that was a word.
Let
Oh,
let me say this. Let me say this. The songwriter said, "Is the God in me?" You know that song?
microwave. What is it?
It's the God in me.
It's the God
So
in me.
yeah, so you trust in the God in you. That's where your confidence is in God, not yourself. So when you put
Yeah.
your trust in something higher than yourself,
You about to make me
yeah,
shed a tear tonight.
yeah,
No, because I feel that. I feel it. And when I
yeah,
feel it, I'm right into that. That's why like I meditate and things like that. And we gotta trust him.
right,
Whomever you
right,
guys believe in, but over here I
right,
believe in God.
right,
And
right,
it's just like it's so hard, it's so hard
right,
because you trust in something you can't really see, you don't know
right.
how it's gonna go. Like I always say, you can't see, God can't be talked about, he can only be experienced.
Yeah,
You,
yeah,
you you know what I mean? And it's like,
yeah,
woo, you want me to trust you with this
yeah,
idea while I'm
right,
spending all this money, while ain't
yeah,
nobody paying attention or bought my stuff. God, what
yeah,
you
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
But at the same time, there's something in you that just won't let you give up with anything in your life.
yeah.
You're like,
That's right.
woo.
That's
So
an experience.
yes,
That's an experience. And without those experiences, we don't get to where we are today.
absolutely,
If you don't try, if you never go through, you'll never come through. So
absolutely.
so yeah,
Well,
it's don't give up on your dreams and
yeah,
don't do not try.
yeah. This is let's see. Just Raymond said, I need to hit shop right anyway. Raymond, let me tell y'all what this is what I want y'all to do for me, because we won't see. When y'all go and y'all get this mumbo sauce and it's gonna be halfway gone like mine, I want
Hmm.
y'all to take a picture and tag it. Tag it to CCS or tag me Natasha White or Stephen Alford. I don't know if your page is operating that way, but
Yeah,
if they
yeah,
tag me, you guys tag Candy Coated Secrets, I will reshare your stuff. I will tag it and send it to you because I tell everybody it takes a village, and it doesn't just. And when I say that, I'm like they laugh at me. I'm like it doesn't just apply to children.
yeah, yeah,
Everybody needs that help and that unity and excuse me, and I just love use the skillet and I just love it so much,
yeah.
right? So so Just Living said, how much did you invest before making $1?
Wow, that's a hard one because I'm still investing. I don't pay attention to the dollars. I invest right back into the product. I'm really not no more. I'm really not money driven. I know that might scare a lot of people,
I know
but
what you
that
mean.
that is not my motivation. My motivation behind cooking, period, is to see people enjoy themselves, to really like what it is that they're eating, and that's my joy. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know, sure, we look at the money because we got bills,
Yeah.
but when you put aside the bills, all you really want is people to enjoy what it is you're doing.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
so that don't mean we don't have abilities and take care of our bills. It just means that what means the most to us that we're service to our people,
Mm-hmm.
and in that is a certain peace and comfort in that alone, and the money comes. They used to say you don't see a dime until 5 years after you start your business.
Baby,
Well,
let me tell you.
it depends on what kind of business you start.
Goddamn, because my goddamn business, goddamn it. I be telling my friends all the time, like, what the hell made you choose a damn talk show? Just I wish I could have came up with a damn sauce or something,
Yeah.
because it's like, girl, you pick like I tell people all the time, I have to sell me. You know,
Yeah.
I'm selling me. And
Yes.
and and when you are yourself, I show up and I'm myself. And it's just I love what I do.
Yeah.
But because we do want the money, I'm
Yeah.
very I'm very transparent,
Yeah.
because we do want the money, or because we know, like for me, building my platform and starting off on social media is like, when you look at these guidelines of what the masses say you have to be at before you can receive $1, it's like, come on, it's like you still working hard for somebody else.
Yeah.
But once I took that out of it and stopped caring about
Yeah.
the views and the likes and who's sharing the show and who's not and who participates in them, like, I started to see a difference. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Whereas though it was like, it was like God was like, I got you. Don't worry about
Yeah.
this. I
Yeah.
got you. We're gonna
Yeah.
get it. We're gonna get it together. So being an entrepreneur is very, very. Everybody can't do it, and everybody gives up. Everybody give up before the miracle happened, and that's one thing that I put in my book, my manifestations, and I write down is I will not give up before the miracle
Right.
happens. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? And any time that I felt like I wanted to give up, somebody or say something or to come around, and I'm like,
Yeah.
God is
Yeah.
talking to me through
Yeah.
these people. You know what I'm saying? So they definitely say you don't make your money until the first 5 years or so, like that.
Yeah.
I will definitely say I put everything, every dollar I
Yeah.
have into CCS. Every function I sponsor. Of course, I ask for donations, because why not? If you support the
Yeah.
brand and the cause,
Yeah.
why not? But if not, I can't wait on you, because it's
Yeah.
gonna get done anyway. You
That's
understand?
right. That's
So it's
right.
just like, if you help and you want to do it, cool, it's fine. I'm all with it. But if you don't, one monkey don't stop no show. Because I
Right.
feel like as entrepreneurs, if anybody, you guys watching and listening out there, if you continue to wait for somebody else to praise you and recognize the growth and the worth and what you're doing, you're gonna be
Yeah.
disappointed, because people put their own perceptions and their own fears and their own doubts and their own beliefs onto you. And of
Yeah.
course, we ask, well, what you think about this and this? Sometimes you got to know the source.
Yeah.
You got to know the source that you're asking, and be mindful what you're asking, because people can plant seeds that you didn't even know was going to get into your subconscious, and now you're trying to figure out why you worrying about every damn
That's
thing
right.
when you used to show up and do what you do confident. You understand? Am I preaching or am I
Yes,
preaching?
you is. Yes, you is.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I love this. I love this. And
Yeah.
and so many of my friends is like, because like I said, I do have this course that I have written, that I've typed up, to do work with business owners and people that want to get started. The people who don't feel like they know it all, or like, I don't want to ask nobody for help. I just love helping, in any
Yeah.
way I can. And my friend, he kept saying, you need to just go ahead and launch it and launch it. And I'm like,
Yeah.
baby
Yeah.
steps with me,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
but I just love it. So, you are very inspiring, the fact to know that I met you for the
Yeah.
first time
Yeah.
ever in my life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got the bottle of
Yeah.
bull. You
Yeah.
understand? Liked
Yeah.
it. And even if I didn't like it, I was gonna let you know.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you still want. I feel like when you're an artist and of
Definitely.
anything creativity, you need some
Definitely.
people that's just gonna be honest with you. And that one thing is, like, I know with me, everybody's not gonna like my content.
That's
Everybody not
right.
everybody not gonna like the sauce.
That's
So
right.
just
That's
because you
right.
don't like it, I'm not gonna allow that to knock the thousands of people, or the dream that God gave me. You
Right.
understand? So, and it's like what you said earlier. And then I'm gonna get off my soapbox and get to the comments. May Madria said fat. Madria said facts. Just living is in here tonight. He said the devil is a lie. Okay. That just moving forward. I wish you nothing but the best, and I hope
Yeah.
that you do it. And you was talking earlier about just keep trying. Like, nothing beats a failure but a try. Nothing beats a failure but
Yeah.
a try. what I liked is I always used Thomas Edison. The one that
Yeah.
made the light bulb,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
where it was like it took him like what 10,000 times, 10,000
Man.
tries to figure out how to make the freaking light bulb. Do you not know how? I don't know how many years
Yeah.
that took.
Yeah.
I don't know any of that. But do you know how
Yeah.
driven you had to
Yeah.
be? And now he dead and gone, and we got all these light bulbs,
Yeah.
And when
Yeah.
he was asked, like you said, when he was nothing beats a failure but a try, and when he was asked, well, what did you learn? He said,
Mm.
I learned 9,999 ways of
Mm.
how not
Wow.
to make a light bulb.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
know how much that takes on
Yeah.
your psyche
Yeah.
to look at it that way?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
That's that's
so
that's growth. Cause I'm gonna be honest, I was in the same predicament thinking about this sauce, and like people been telling me for years, like you need to sell it. But my
it's going
thinking was, it's so many sauces out here.
yeah. Oh, look in the oven.
So
Yeah.
it's like, and I know, and just like you say, everybody's not gonna like my content. Well, it's gonna be some people that not like it. Can you handle that?
Yeah.
In my mind, I had to really think to myself, and I was like, well, you know what? It's some sauce that I don't like, but
That part.
it's selling. It's all in the stores.
Give them some
And
hearts. That's a
that
word.
that's all I started thinking like that. And I said, well, shucks, if I know a sauce out there that I'm not particularly, care about, so let me see what this gonna do. So it was definitely a bunch of doors opening and a bunch of encouragement from people that I wouldn't even expect, like to say what they say about that sauce. And
That part.
let me put this out here now so y'all know. Saturday and Sunday at 11 o'clock, well actually 12 o'clock, we will be sampling the sauce at Shop Right on Liberty Heights.
Okay. Yeah, because somebody just asked. He said, which shop right? Where is it going to be at again?
Liberty Heights.
Liberty Heights. So this Saturday?
This Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
So
Yep.
and that's one of the things I do now. The stores, the venues that have the sauce, we sample the customers,
Okay.
and if you see the response after they sample the sauce is dynamite. I mean, everybody, oh, give me three bottles. Yeah, and it's really good. So, and that's what makes it makes me feel good, about them and about the sauce. They like it.
That is dope. Somebody said, let's go, let me go. She said, we were talking about the stores you needed to be in. I think so. Oh look, she said somebody said Sam's.
That's yeah, Sam, the show.
Y'all just said Sam's. So for those that don't know, how is that? What does that process look like? How do you get it into those stores? Like, how did you do that?
Well, like I said, sampling at a few different places. It was few farmers markets, and that's how I just connected with this guy's shop. Right, he
Mm-hmm.
purchased it. His wife purchased it,
Okay.
and she told him to go taste it. So he comes over to the booth. He tastes it, got another one for the store, and told me his name and what store, and I kept it in my mind so that I could contact him. But I
Mm-hmm.
gave him a card, and he contacted me. The owner contacted me by email and
Look,
said today,
Adria Lemon said, I need 2 bottles right now.
yeah.
It's good.
So they emailed me, said they was excited about the product. They sat around and they tasted it, and they said they see dollar signs. So
Yeah.
they the ones that contact me, and it is I say it again, it's a God thing.
I
Far
don't
as
know what I'm gonna
saying,
do. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna contact you once you go all Hollywood. I'm gonna have to be. in the meeting. Pick a number. Pick a number.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna keep it all in the family. That's how I look at it.
Yeah,
Just
absolutely.
keep pulling each other up and inspiring each other, and that's it. That's it. There's a lot going on in life. We still in COVID. You know what I mean? That was a serious situation. In fact, I was my whole family, my wife, my son, and myself had COVID at the
Mm.
same time.
Oh
So
wow.
God brought us through that. That was during the time me trying to start the sauce.
Amen.
So that just to show how obstacles is gonna come your way. They're gonna come. They're gonna try to stop you from in every direction. To not, to just give up on what it is that you got in your mind. But that's no reason to give up.
That's what they
Just-
say. Life
Yeah,
is going to happen. You can't
yeah,
spiral. When you spiral forward. Don't spiral with it and spiral
yeah,
backwards.
yeah,
Because life is going to happen. Trust me, I didn't experience some things. I
yeah,
started my show with a heartbreak.
yeah,
Got happy. Went through some crazy stuff while doing it. Some
yeah,
people passed away in this process.
yes,
My mother had got diagnosed with cancer. Breast cancer. Doing my second year of that and find out all this the same day I had to do a show and come up here and show it.
wow,
And so once I had finally opened up about a lot of the things that I was going through while doing this, one of my friends, she called me and was like, I was on your show that day and I did not know any of that. And she said, but we were together all day and I
no,
was just as happy and
yeah,
you were
help,
still happy and talking and that.
wow,
And she said, I feel like crap
yeah,
that I had to watch this to learn that
yeah,
day you had
wow,
just got some devastating news. She like, but how the hell you show up and still do it? I said,
right,
because the show must go on in God, really,
yeah, yeah,
really.
yeah,
That's all. I try my best not to allow. Like we say, it's been times the devil almost got me,
yeah,
but I do my damnedest to like this. If I feel like if I could go to work for the white
right,
man
right, right,
and,
right,
and, and call out or use sick time or be at work busting my ass so I won't get fired or lose or nobody say nothing to me, I should be able to go 10 times harder for myself.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
And believing that I'm like, yo, I come here every day and I show up and I'm constantly creating and doing different things, believing in a dream because
right,
I just say it's going to work.
right,
It's
right,
working. It
right,
has to. It's working. It's working.
yeah,
So when I first started, I used to say, "Well, I want a talk show, so I do this." And it was this boy that I met, not boy, a man, and he actually did my show, and he said, "Don't say you want a show. You have one.
yeah,
Change your verbiage.
yeah,
We gotta change
your
what we speaking."
perspective of it,
Yeah,
yeah,
he was like, "You have a show. You have
yeah,
a talk show. Ain't no you
that's
want
good,
one. You got one." So I was
yeah,
like, and that was my first year, and right after that, if people was like, "What you? Oh, I own my own talk show," and it's
yeah,
like people look at me and like I was telling some people the other day, and they was like, "Oh, you do? Because
yeah,
people be like, well, are
yeah,
you here?
yeah,
I'm like, yeah, I'm here because God let me come to these places because these are just stepping stones. So y'all
yeah,
can at least be able to be like, I knew her. I
yeah,
knew her. You know what I
yeah,
mean? And just like you got to know, I was like, well, I don't like every song. I don't like every TV show on TV. I don't like every topic that they talk
yeah,
about on TV,
yeah,
with different shows. So I was like, I already know people not going to like everything that I do,
yeah,
but it will
yeah,
resonate with those who need to hear it. And those who need to hear it and want to see it are the ones who will follow it and who will watch it. You know
right,
what I'm saying? So I think, man, keep on doing what you're doing. So for me too, let you show you this because this goes with you. Y'all see that right there? I sell wine. Okay.
oh, okay,
Yeah, they're dry wines right there. You can go through there. Everybody that's watching, you guys go to the website or you can go to www.candicoatedsecrets.com. Scroll all the way down on my website and click the wine cellar and go on there and purchase a bottle of wine. I did say that for the first 10 people to purchase and order a bottle of wine from me will receive the Candy Coated Secrets VIP membership, which have a lot of Black owned businesses under
Wow.
it, where you get discounts and all that. So I want to say for everybody, all the businesses that fall under this, I appreciate y'all for even trusting me, and even wanting to go under it. So for the first 10 people that do it, I will give you guys a free membership. Also, Mumbo, I got to give you yours. Okay, Mr. Mumbo Sauce Man. You are getting a VIP CCS
Okay.
membership, and the wines are dry wine, and the wines are dry wines, but these aren't just regular. Go to the liquor store and get some Stella Rose, $12.99. No, these are really is high quality. You taste the difference, and just go buy a bottle, y'all. Even if the holiday is coming up, they got so many specials. So, like I said, it takes a village. It definitely takes a village. I thank you for even coming onto my platform tonight and giving us those encouraging words and letting us know. Everybody keeps saying, "Look, just said I'm trying to move your freight. Look, oh, he trying to deliver your stuff." But
Okay.
because
I
but
need
because
that.
I told you guys about the wine, and I told you about the wine specifically because I am putting together a wine tasting event, and I would love to figure out how we can have your sauce, have you there with your sauce
Yeah.
as well for people to try and things like that. I have my little wine connoisseur here tonight, and
Okay.
I want her to try it because she knows what wines go with what and what's
Yeah.
gonna taste like this. So I'm gonna get to try the mumbo sauce so that way we can get it together and see like, this works with that. So I will
Yeah.
definitely be reaching out for you to be at the event with
Okay.
your mumbo sauce.
Okay.
I'm all about spreading love, love and encouragement. Keep it up. Don't give up because you never know who's watching.
Yeah.
You never even know who's watching tonight that you could have inspired. Come on, y'all. He was doing this since 1998 and it
Yeah.
just popped in 2020.
Yeah.
Well, that's a
Yeah.
lot of yeah, how many that's a lot of years.
Yeah. My son was born in '98.
Oh
So
gosh.
so just imagine. And my mind still was stuck on catering and doing
Mm,
platters of food. It was in the back of my mind because people put it there,
that's what I'm saying.
and they talked about it so much. I was like, well, maybe we can do it. During the pandemic, we made the decision to try to go forth with it, and God bloomed it. He made it bloom.
I'm just amazed because when I seen you, I just seen you in what was it? September. I met you in September.
Yeah,
It's October,
yeah,
November, and since I met you within 2 months, your shit is in the supermarket. You
that
understand? Like that
that's
that
yeah,
is
that's
so
yeah,
like sometimes I feel like, we gotta hear what we've done out loud to
yeah,
really
that
be
is
like,
amazing. Yeah,
damn. From
yeah,
1998 to 2020, you decided to go ahead and not give up and say, let me drop it. And it was in the
yeah,
harvest fair. You also ride around with it in your car. And then here
yeah,
it is, 2 months after I met you, as like a follow-up to see how you doing, you are in ShopRite at
yeah,
Liberty Heights. You understand? Like,
yeah,
that is just the beginning.
yeah.
That is just the beginning. So I
I
can only
believe that.
imagine what you're gonna do when you get all the rest of these sauces out here
Yeah,
popping and going, man. Don't
yeah,
don't give up. The world we live in a time right now with a bunch of darkness, and we need a bunch of
yeah,
light and let people see and know. It don't matter if your damn dream take 20 years. Keep
yeah,
on doing it. It
yeah,
it'll pop. But I'll tell you what, if you probably was all together and really how you are now, and not have those doubts moments, and
yeah,
because
yeah,
your business is only as successful as it's only going to do as good as you do
yeah,
and as you put
yeah,
in it. It's like, damn, if I would have been this today back then,
Yeah,
shit,
how about
you
that?
know, it would be
But it's
like
timing.
this.
It's definitely timing has a lot to do with it. You
Yeah.
know, so and I'm not gonna lie. God had spent some. I spent some time with God, and God spent some time with me. So doing that is a lot of growth now that years that let me say that 20 years ago you wouldn't have caught. So there's a
Yes.
lot of growth that didn't happen, and I just thank God. I thank God for you and what you
Oh,
do, and allow me to come on your platform, and share what God is doing in my life, my family's life, and you are a part of it. You are a part of it. So
thank
from
you.
now on, we gonna grow together.
Oh my, yeah, I definitely appreciate that. They asking how they can follow you. Wait a minute, you guys. I'm getting it up here now. I'm getting it up here right now. Mm. I'm sorry, she done gave me something to eat on camera, y'all. I'm about to tell her put that mumbo sauce on there.
Uh-oh.
Matter of fact, we got somebody here that can try it live. Take a piece of that grilled chicken you just made and try the mumbo sauce.
Oh yeah.
We about to have a live tasting. I need a dish to put it on. Yeah, just put it on the plate. So you guys, you asking how you can follow him. You can follow him over here. Go over here on Instagram at us_mumbo, right? That's Uncle
Yeah.
Steve.
Yep.
Uncle Steve. So that's
US
what you so
Mambo.
go ahead, you guys, and follow him on Instagram. Go ahead and follow him on Instagram. Oh, you got
Yeah.
the Coach John Harbaugh.
Yeah.
Look at
Yeah.
that. He didn't got he didn't got a sauce. I know that's right. I know that's right. And is this at the Harvest Fair?
No, that's at Farm Chicks out Owens Mills. He is an actor. He did a lot of work with Lee. What's his name? Spike Lee.
Really?
Yeah. And Denzel.
You already got goddamn celebrities eating your shit. Oh my god. Yeah. If that ain't the dopest thing. If that now do you now are you very active on your social media platform? Because you're gonna have to be on there since you
Right,
you are a
right. I know
shopper.
you know my son been handling that for me, but he gonna teach me. He's the one that's putting the stuff together. And even on Facebook is what I post a lot of stuff on Facebook. But he's into the Twitter, the Facebook. I mean, what is that?
Instagram.
Instagram and all them.
We're
So
gonna have to make a TikTok with the mumbo songs.
yeah, that's what they telling me. So that's on him. But I know you gonna get on me. Say it's time for you to learn.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it's dope. I definitely love it. You guys follow him on Instagram. Follow him. Just like I said, within 2 months, of meeting him, he was just one place. I can only imagine where you're gonna be at if I talk to you come January or December, child. You're gonna be
Yeah,
everywhere. Great is a good sauce. I like it.
yeah,
You gotta try it, girl, before we get out of here. So I appreciate that. Yeah, I do. I gotta doing everything. I'm glad he said boss moves. Kathleen said it takes time. It definitely does.
yeah, yeah,
It definitely does. And it
yeah,
takes a whole lot of believing in yourself. And it's crazy
yeah,
because people think that social media has to be everything. Cause here it is. You only got 5 posts. Let me just tell y'all about God, right? And believing in yourself. This man only got 5 posts on his page. The last one is from October 7th with John Harbaugh, right? And here it is. You have 143 followers, and your shit is in the supermarket. Do you understand? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, everybody, because I know that everybody takes this social media thing like, oh, nobody's doing this. This man right here is living proof that you do not need a million and start off with a million trillion followers
yeah,
to get
yeah,
your to get your dream and your product moving.
Well, followers don't make
yeah,
money. Followers
Exactly.
make money.
But and so it's like But the followers is what you need for the powers that be to say that we can start to pay you for, for all of that. So it's just like, it's awesome. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
y'all out here that's doing something, keep on doing it. Look, Just Living said done. Thank you, Just. Shout out to Just. Keep on doing. It's good. Look, you heard her come in. You gotta come in the camera. She put it in her mouth and said, "Oh damn, it's good."
And it's like a barbecue sauce. Like, that's real good.
And that's on a piece of. This is on a piece of grilled chicken.
You gonna share it with us?
It's jerk.
It's jerk season on it, but
yeah, you know, I did take the biggest piece, didn't I?
Oh, that's real good.
And it's not extremely sweet. It has a little.
It's like a little, it's not even spicy. It's like a little kick to it, but it's good as crap. Like, oh my god.
So, which wine would you pair it with? Because that's what I told him. We was gonna try to figure it out.
I probably would do a fucking brute.
The sparkling brute.
Yeah, because that's gonna make like that. Oh, that's gonna make your stomach hurt. The brute was kind of like.
Okay, so pass me that. Wait a minute, I want some more sauce on this piece. She took all the sauce off the plate. Sorry, y'all. Commercial. I'm sorry. And I got.
She poured it on.
I hope you spill it.
I'm not gonna spill it. Don't say that, because I only got a little bit left, and I gotta go over here to the shop right. Look at that. Look at God. She provided the plate. Won't he do it?
She said, "Look at God."
I kind of want to.
You familiar with Eddie's in Roland Park?
Yeah, Eddie's is good.
Yeah, they have it also.
Really?
Why am I holding the plate? It's empty.
Oh, I'm sorry.
They have a what?
They have it also. Eddie's in Roland Park and then Charles Street. Like Eddie's Supermarket.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, y'all, we just tried it. I just sipped it out of this.
Now drink the brute.
Let me see.
That's the best one. It go get good with that.
You got another piece of chicken?
Yeah.
Go get another piece so I can try. Because this was the peanut gouge. I'm sorry. I'm trying to give you a line tasting. You know,
Go ahead.
I know. Just grab a piece, girl. I don't even want you to put it in that Alfredo now. That was good.
That's the hell you do.
That was good. I had her in here cooking for me. Because I'm tired. I'm about to go to bed. All right. Put me some sauce on there.
Do I look like the maid to you?
Well, CCS is hiring. She's an intern. He just said, damn. Yes, y'all, go follow US Mumbo. Us Mumbo. All right, now let me pour the brutes. I poured the brutes.
No, you said you were going to take the Pinot Grigio with it.
No, I did that already, but you said to try the brute. We telling them to try the brute.
I thought you said you did drink. You drank the Pinot Grigio.
And it was good. But you said try it with the brute because you was like it with the brute.
I thought, you know what?
This is just, I'm sorry. We almost done. Let's see. All right, now I'm going to try it with the brute. That's actually good. That's good. So, y'all, let me tell y'all. Y'all gonna go get the Mumbo. And when you get the Mumbo from the best sauce in the land, you know, out here, you gotta get the One Hope wine.
Sip.
Yeah, you gotta sip it with the brute sparkling wine. That is good. And it also has 11.5%. The other wine we had last night had 14.4%. We was in here getting lit. But this, no, seriously, I'm glad. So now I know when we have the wine tasting event that the Mumbo sauce goes good with that. Now, you see, let me tell you how you speak things into existence. Because I had no idea she was going to bring that chicken over here and say it was good. And look at that. Look at this. I said I wanted to know what to pair it with. It goes good with the Brute Sparkling One Hope wine. It's good. Shout outs to you. I want to thank you for making this lovely sauce. Sorry, y'all. I'm about to be real black. And I want you to tell everybody where they can find it at before we get out of here tonight. All right. Locations. Give them to me. One good time. Y'all listening? Give us a heart and a thumbs up.
We're in Farms Chicks, and they are in uh, Owens Mills. We also have some in the winery in Westminster.
Okay.
We have it in Eddie's Market on Roland Avenue
Okay.
and Charles Avenue, Charles
Mhm.
Street. Uh, Harvest Fair on Hamilton Avenue, and Wabash also. And we just got ShopRite. And we'll be moving into ShopRite on Perrin Parkway in the next couple of weeks.
So you
So
gonna be at two of them. So you at two of
yeah,
them.
we at the guy's talking like he really gonna put in an all of them.
Oh,
So
that's dope.
this is where the first shipment will be going Tuesday. So yeah, it's just moving by God's speed. I mean, nothing we've done other than just be consistent and stand in the cut and keep pressing.
I know that's right. He said,
Yeah,
stand in the cut and keep
yeah,
pressing.
yeah,
Higher levels come with bigger devils, but we're gonna
yeah,
knock them
yeah,
down.
yeah,
He
yeah,
said, look, he said, I got the truck. I got the truck.
yeah,
I know that's right. It takes a village. I want
yeah.
to thank you. I want to thank you guys for
Thank
tuning in
you.
tonight. Thank you. It was an honor and pleasure of even sharing those words, from good God above with you. And I wish you nothing but the best with your success. And I can't wait till you get to Sam's Club and you get to Walmart and you get to
Yeah,
Shoppers, because it's already done.
yeah, yeah.
Just don't give up and let me know as soon as you come out and release that second flavor.
You got it. You got it.
All right,
You
you
know what?
guys.
You be the first one to know.
Yeah, I know that's right. And I'm gonna come in even. And I'm gonna be like, y'all just got to see me be a little ratchet right now. But thank you so much. I
Thank
appreciate it.
you.
You guys always, like I say, be the energy that you want to attract, and
Yeah,
and just make better decisions and choices with what you choose to do. And if you have some dreams and goals and aspirations, you're looking at two people, but tonight you're looking at
yeah,
the main man who had made it to the supermarkets, okay?
yeah, yeah,
With
yeah.
his sauce, who did not give up and believed in his dream. And if you don't think God is real, just take a look at what you see in front of you.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
All righty. Thank
All
thank
right,
you.
sis.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.